During this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to measure your dragster design in SketchUp. So what I've done is I've already pulled up a previously done design, and you'll notice that it is really not the two-dimensional view I want. It's three-dimensional. So if I check, excuse me, if I click my orbit tool, which I'm pressing my mouse wheel down and moving my mouse, you can see it rotates. I can zoom into it if I want, but I'm going to show you a way that we can very quickly get the look we want. Over on the right side, we're going to click on Scenes, and then I'm going to click on this button for parallel projection, make sure that's active, and then I'm going to click on the Home button right here. All right, and that gives us a front view of this piece. Now I'm going to hold down the Shift key, and then I'm going to hold my mouse button down, and that's going to activate the Pan tool. Just like that. Do that again to center it up. And there's actually one more button that helps us out with this too. I can click down here on the left side of the Orbit tool. You see I've got Pan and other things down here. And then I can click on this Zoom Extents button. And that's going to do an auto zoom for us. Okay. So this arrow up here will close that for me, and I can zoom in and out if I want. I'm going to click this to get my selection tool on. Now the next thing we're going to do is to set up your dimensions, and we're going to go over here to the right side and hit Model Info. Now in Model Info, we want to make sure we change from the fraction format to the decimal format, and that's going to be it. Now there's a foot as well as an inch, so make sure you select inches. Our precision, we can either do 1 decimal, 2 decimal, 3 decimal, and even more. We're going to select the 3 decimal, so it'll probably be this by default, and we select that. Once we confirm those, we can go ahead and close this, and then we're ready to measure. Now, I've already created lines, as you should have too, across the top view, lined up with the side view for my axle holes. So I'm going to put my mouse over here, and I'm going to zoom into this area. Now I'm going to come over here to the tape measure tool, click on that, and then you'll notice the second tool here is a dimensions tool. I'm going to click on that tool. I'm going to go up here to this line going across through where my axle point should be. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to go over here and click again. And then once I do that, I come over here with my mouse and I click a third time. So we'll do that again in the front view, and you can see this is 1.500 or 1.5 inches. Click my Pan tool again, come on over here, click my Dimension tool. I'm going to click once to anchor, letting go of the mouse. I'm going to come down here, click again, and then I'm going to move my mouse over and click one more time. That's a left mouse click. Now, I'm going to pan over here again, and I'm going to find the smallest part right here. Now I'm going to add a line here to help me with this. So I'm going to go to my line tool right here. Click on the line tool, get the pencil active, and I'm going to try and find the smallest point, which should be right here. You'll see as I move my mouse, it gets me right to that point. I'll click one time to anchor that line, move it over here, and click one more time to set the end point. Zoom in a little bit, go back to the Dimension tool, click again, and I'm going to dimension that line. So I'm going to click once to anchor that. You'll notice it snaps in there. I'll click again, and then I'll move my mouse over and click one more time, and you can see this is exactly 0.5 inches. So that's my dimension there. We'll do that also with my skinniest part right here. So again, I'm going to go to my line tool. You can also click L for line. I'm going to find the narrowest part here, click there, and zoom in and click there. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit my Dimension tool again. Click there to start it, click there to end it, and then slide it over and click one more time. And this is 0.397. So you're going to compare those. I'll zoom back out here. You're going to compare those to the dimensions on the rules sheet. So your spec sheet will tell you the dimensions you have to have at each axle width, in the middle of the car, and in the middle of the car for the side view as well as the top view. And that is how you dimension your car. Actually, I'm sorry, there's one more thing. We're going to dimension the length of the car too. So I'm going to, you can do this with the top or the side view. I hit the dimension tool, make sure that's active. I'm going to start in the back or the front, click one time to anchor it. Going to go to the front. I'm going to pan this over a little bit. There we go. Click one more time and down. And you can see this is exactly 10.0 inches. That is how you dimension all the parts of your car. And I'm going to save that. And now we are in good shape.